Hello, my friend. Thanks for watching this video. Today we're going to talk about how to use sprinting as a diagnostic tool, okay, and why we do that, and why I do that with myself. So yesterday was my sprint day. It was a Monday, and I like to go to the track, get on the football field, okay, do a little bit of a dynamic warm-up, get my blood flowing, get my body temperature up, and then start off with just some nice light easy 40-yard dashes at about 50%. Let myself warm up, kind of feel the movement, get those, gears turned into my head of things that I'm working on with my sprinting mechanics. And then I'll start to ramp it up to full speed, and I'll try to get anywhere from 5 to 10 full speed sprints. Now, the goal with this is using it as a diagnostic tool. So trying to listen to what your body is telling you directly while you're doing it. So while you're getting your sprints in, what are you feeling? Hip flexor, quad, hamstring, knee, whatever it is, neck, right? Whatever. So as you're doing the run, as you're doing the sprinting, okay, you're sprinting out and then you're walking back slowly. Okay, I'm working on my breathing techniques and I'm thinking about what do I feel, okay? Those notes are then going to influence what I do for the rest of the week in my training, okay? As well as like this morning when I wake up, do I feel sore in a particular spot more than others? Did it develop into some kind of mild pain or, even real actual, acute pain? And those notes then translate into my intention for the rest of the week. So for me, I have gone through everything from groin to hamstring to quad up into the hip, the flexors of the hip. I've had calf problems in the past, low back on the right hip side, those kind of things. I've had all of that. So what I'm trying to do while I'm doing my sprinting is I'm trying to check in on those things and see if they're still talking to me. And if they are, especially, the next day, if I'm feeling soreness, then I can start to determine what exercises I want to use through that week to work on those specific things, okay? So why do we do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Sprinting is the exercise that I've chosen for that because it's a full body, all-encompassing movement that is extremely important to the human body. If you think about it, at some point in your family history, there had to be some sprinters in there or you would not exist. In order for that family lineage to keep going, there needed to be some sprinting. There needed to be the ability to walk long distance and do some running, and maybe even some throwing, some climbing, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to it, sprinting takes the efficiency of the entire body working together, okay? So if anything is going on in your mechanics, in your physical tissue, if anything's going on there, sprinting is going to let you know about it. So when you get that feedback from your sprints, then you can dictate what your program needs, right? And you can cut some things out. So sometimes it's stuff that you're like, great, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. We'll switch it to this thing and you're happy about it. Other times it's like, oh man, I don't want to take that out. I like doing those, but they're clearly doing something wrong to me, right? So you can start to, mix and match your approach that way. So that's how I do it, right? Now, that level of awareness and communication within your body takes time to develop. So you need to have some type of program and a protocol that sets you up with that kind of awareness, because some of it's not going to be super obvious. So if I could plug my online program real quick, that's what's going to be kind of one of the facets of the online program that we're going to focus on is developing an awareness of the important areas of the body, the important joints and tissues, so that you become that aware of those things in your body, and you can then use the program how you see fit. That awareness doesn't come quickly, it doesn't. It takes time, and a lot of times people block out what their body is feeling, but pain and soreness and all that is a signal to let you know that something's going on in your body that you might want to look at. So when we block that stuff out, we're just leading ourselves down a bad road. So become aware of your body, listen to what it's telling you, and then figure out what that means. That's even harder, right? So it's not always obvious, but what I would recommend is use sprinting as a tool. When you feel something, go to that area directly and figure out, like, okay, is it a soreness? Is it a weakness? Is it a tightness? Whatever. And you can start to explore these different tools that take care of those problems. Whether it's your movement, whether it's, tissue work, it could be even something like your diet, right? So all of those things kind of tie in, but sprinting can kind of open that window and show you, hey, this is going on. So you can start to work on specific areas. So that's how I do it. That's how I use it. And that's how I recommend using it. And hopefully you will too. I'm big.